Welcome back, Future Medicos. MBBS admission has become so clumsy and so unclear that even government authorities have no clue what should they be doing during admission. What are the things they should follow? What are the things they should not be doing? When they should be completing admission? What is the deadline, right? Even the government authorities looks like they don't have any clue. Now, repeatedly, I was talking about 30th September as the deadline to complete MBBS admission. And repeatedly in all my comments, I was telling students that don't try to join any college after 30th September. I was surprised that some of the students still believe that some anonymous agents, some unknown faces can fetch them a seat after 30th September. Now, with this being the scenario, now NMC has released a notification and we will see the notification today and see what they have said related to admission beyond 30th September. So this is the public notice released by NMC, National Medical Commission, on 19th October 2023. What they have said, it has come to the knowledge of the NMC about the conduct of UG MBBS counseling by several states beyond the cutoff date, that is 30th September 2023. I don't know why it took so much time for them to understand that the admissions are going beyond 30th September. NMC being the apex body, they should be monitoring what is happening in the country in relation to the counseling or admissions, while a common person across the country who are involved in medical admission, they all understand that the admissions are going beyond 30th September. I'm surprised that NMC releases a notification so late. Okay, leave that aside. Now, what are they saying? They are giving examples like state of Maharashtra, state of Bihar, state of West Bengal, etc. So at least they have notified 3 states here. And I know in the southern states, Puducherry has also done admissions beyond 30th September. So at least 4 states or union territories are affected by doing admissions beyond 30th September. A lot of other states have completed admission by 30th September. For example, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, Andhra, Telangana. Most of them have completed admission by 30th September. But these few states have gone beyond the 30th September. Now, let's see what NMC is saying about that. NMC says that we have already notified everyone on 27 July 2023 and the cutoff date is 30th September 2023. Any admission beyond this date is in violation of the notice issued by NMC as well as in violation of the judgments passed by Supreme Court of India. Now, this is where I am a little bit surprised about the various states, including Centak Puducherry, that they don't even realize that 30th September is the cutoff date, which is very open. Everyone knows. But these states have no idea or they don't care. I don't know what exactly they were thinking. And repeatedly, I was telling people that, right, in case Centak want to conduct the counseling beyond 30th September, the first thing they should have done is they should have approached Supreme Court and have asked for permission, which it seems they have not done that. Or at least I do not know that whether they have approached Supreme Court. So it's a little bit surprised why they didn't approach Supreme Court asking for extension of date. And looking at the way they conducted the counseling, I believe bulk of the counseling they could have completed by 30th September. The second round registration started even before 30th September, but for some reasons they kept delaying. And then the second round NRI counseling was conducted on 11th October. I don't know why such a delay was happening. Ideally, Centak should have approached Supreme Court even before 30th September, asked for a 1-week extension, which I believe Supreme Court could have given considering the scenario of what happened in Puducherry. Now, once again, here the problem is I also really frustrated with the governments and politicians who bring last minute changes. They sleep the whole year. They don't think about medical admission for the whole year. They just wake up only after the NEET results are released. And then they come with new rules and new procedures. Like, for example, in Puducherry, they thought about suddenly, right, we need a 10% reservation for government school students. I'm not against the reservation, but this could have been done once last year admission is over. They had about at least maybe like 6 months, 9 months time. If they have done it even before the NEET exam, the procedures could have been finalized and then admission could have started on time. But they waited until NEET results. After that, they are going for the passing the resolution. And then this goes to the governor. It goes to the central government. It takes its own sweet time. And by the time they get the approval, almost like 2 months are lost. And even after losing these 2 months, the CENTAC could have done the admission by 30th September, but somehow they chose to delay the admission. Probably, I know they could not have conducted 4 rounds of counseling within the 30th September deadline, but they could have completed the whole admissions by conducting just 2 rounds. But somehow, right, they kept delaying, and even the second round was completely delayed by a long period. Now, of course, NMC has written a lot of things here, so let's not go through that. You can read this. They are saying that the amended notification categorically provides that no admission shall be granted after the last or cutoff date. And also they are quoting Supreme Court, merely because seats are lying vacant is no justifiable reason to extend the cutoff date or grant admissions after the cutoff date. You cannot say that, oh, 500 seats are vacant, 300 seats are vacant, so we are extending the admission. Typically, that is not permissible. That's what Supreme Court is saying. And finally, NMC concludes saying that any counseling, if carried out by the central authorities, state authorities, or medical colleges, shall be considered to be invalid, and the students admitted, if any, shall be discharged immediately. Let's look at another notification. They have also posted another notification on 20th October. There also they are saying very similar kind of information. Any counseling carried out by the mentioned authorities beyond the prescribed schedule will be deemed invalid. Students admitted through such counseling will be discharged immediately. Now, this is what NMC has put. NMC is very clear. They say any admission that is done after 30th September is invalid and the students cannot be considered as valid students. Now, in my opinion, who should be punished? Why the students are punished? For example, CENTAC has completed admission for nearly 500 students after 30th September. Now, why the students should be punished? Did they come through some illegal means? Did they come through some agents? Did they get admission directly through colleges? No, they have followed the government procedure. CENTAC is the designated admission authority in Puducherry. They have applied to CENTAC. The admission order was given by CENTAC. They gone through CENTAC and they have got the admission. If at all somebody has to be punished, it should be CENTAC, not the students. Why punish the students? What is the mistake of the students? So if at all you want to punish the politicians or punish the government who brought the last minute changes, punish CENTAC who were so lethargic and delay in completing the counseling, punish CENTAC for not going to Supreme Court and getting admission extension, or maybe even punish NMC for not making it clear to everyone, saying that the admission cannot go beyond 30th September or at least 1 week before 30th September. They could have known that there are admissions which are not completed. They could have done this circular 1 week before the deadline of 30th September. So punish all these people, punish all these authorities, punish all these officials. Why punish the students? It's not the mistake of the students. It is 1 year of life for students. If people have drawn the line clearly, these students could have joined somewhere else. Or if you are going to discharge these students, why should the colleges be punished? For example, there are 3 private medical colleges in Puducherry. Why they should be punished? If all these 500 students are discharged, that means there won't be any student under management quota or NRI quota in all these private colleges. Because not even one seat through management quota was filled before 30th September, except I think the Christian minority or Telugu minority, where there could be about 10 students. Rest of the nearly like 300 to 350 seats, they were all filled after 30th September, which means the colleges will suffer. And this is not the mistake of the colleges. What did the colleges do? So now we are punishing innocent people like the students and the colleges, whereas the culprits like CENTAC or even the government authorities, they go unpunished. So I hope CENTAC immediately goes to the Supreme Court, put forward their case and protect the interests of the students. Now, does that mean I'm supporting the admission beyond 30th September? No, I'm not. At least next year, these authorities should realize that the admission, there is a line and the admissions has to be completed before that, and all planning, all scheduling has to be properly followed. So certainly this step by NMC, in one way I appreciate, because at least it passes the message that they are very, very strict or very rigid about the date. So at least this will pass a message to the government authorities next year. So this year, but let's not punish the students. So let the affected authorities go to Supreme Court. There is no point of going to NMC. NMC also cannot take a decision. So they have to go to the Supreme Court, put forward their case. They have to justify why there was a delay, why the admission has happened late, how the students were innocent, put forward the case, try to get the approval. And then, right, if at all, I believe Supreme Court should support this, should support the students and punish the authorities. Give some punishment, some penalty. I don't know what penalty. So that the authorities know that they cannot take it for granted when something is given by the apex body, right? The apex body is NMC. They are giving a notification. These authorities, admission authorities, cannot take it for granted. So I hope some sense prevails and students are protected. If you are a student who has got admission beyond 30th September through government authority, please stay calm. Don't get stressed out right now. Hopefully, this issue could be settled with the intervention of government as well as probably Supreme Court may support this. We don't know, but keep calm, maybe like for another 2 or 3 weeks, probably this will go to the Supreme Court, in my opinion. In the meanwhile, don't get stressed out. Thank you. Bye-bye.